Hi, everybody. Hi. Oh, there we go. Waiting for Andy Goldstein, waiting for Andy Goldstein, connecting to Andy Goldstein. Here is Andy Goldstein. Talk to us, Andy Goldstein. Tell us about the wisdom that you know. Andy Goldstein is pretending his microphone doesn't work.
Correct.
Hey, this is Bobby Billions live from the hills of Beverly Shire 90210. Before we get into this conversation with Andy Goldstein, a word from our sponsors. If conversation's limited and entertainment sparse, take some fruit pastels, stick them up your ass, up your ass. Stick fruit pastels up your ass, up your ass. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw this craze coming from a mile off during times of COVID. And if people are going to start sticking confectionery up their arse, they're going to need some catch mats. So I've created these catch mats that you can get from rw.com from Melted Confectionery. Anyway, on with the show. Look, it's Andy Goldstein. Hey, Andy.
Robert, how are you?
I'm good, mate. You might want to tell the good people a little bit about yourself, because obviously the whole of the UK knows who you are, but now you're on the big stage, son.
Yeah, I am. Thanks, Dad. My name's Andy. I'm 29 years old. I've got the best hair in showbiz. I first met Rob by a canal years and years ago. Yeah, he doesn't stop calling me and ringing me, and I've done my best to ghost him and shake him off. But I keep changing my number and he keeps finding it.
That's where persistence pays off, ladies and gentlemen. He thought that I'd never be able to track him down, but yet here he is, Andy Goldstein.
Yeah, I did an Insta Live this afternoon having a little cheeky cigar, and a lot of people reminded me of the Would You Rather game that we played at the end of our chat last night, which was apparently it was very successful. A lot of people liked it.
Very successful. I think the final question that I don't even know if I want to go into it on.
You can.
No. It's.
Oh, hold on. So on your feed, we've got to be clean and above station. On my feed, we can be dirty, can we?
Well, this is how it goes, Andy. On your feed,
yeah,
it's very unlikely that it's going to be picked up by the world's press and blown up into something. I can just be myself on your feed. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's like you come to my house and you can put your feet up and you can not have a care in the world. But in your house,
I can just turn this whole Robbie bloody Williams thing off and be.
Do you want to come back to my house?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to take me a while. I am in the hills of Beverly Shire 90210. How's your day, son? Guess what I did today?
You play Usain Bolt at football.
Thanks for spoiling it for me.
I thought you said guess.
That's a really good guess. Yes, I played Usain Bolt on FIFA for Soccer Aid. And do you know what, Andy? They all wrote me off.
Well, I didn't.
Even Mark Wright was like, Robbie doesn't look like a FIFA player. Ian Sterling was like, Robbie's more at home playing Kaplunk or Tetris.
Which you are.
Yeah. Do you know what?
You beat him.
I lost. Yeah.
What's the score? How bad were you?
2-1. But I got 78% possession of the ball.
Don't mean anything. Don't mean anything. Ask Leicester. Don't mean anything.
Yeah, it does.
Well, it means you lost, if that means something.
But here's the thing. Who's Andy? He's gorge, somebody's just said.
Hold on. Keep talking amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, where's that? I can't find that one now. But yeah, hi. Yeah, thanks.
Look at that. Look at Andy Gorgeous Goldstein. There you go.
Andy Goldstein.
Andy Gorgeous Goldstein. I think that should be your catchphrase. The man some are calling Andy, open your mind and let me inside. Because if I say Goldstein, if I say that enough times, it'll stick.
Do you know, a lot of people, since I've grown my hair like this in lockdown, a lot of people are saying I look like a Hollywood superstar, like a movie star.
Yeah, like Lassie. Yeah,
It counts, doesn't it?
yeah, yeah.
I like the way that as soon as you feel threatened, thinking, oh, people might think he's a movie star, you've got to put me down. It's interesting, isn't it? You can't even let me have it for like a minute.
Do you know what? It's banter psychology, isn't it? We'll call it banterology.
I'm going to ask you something, right?
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned this briefly this afternoon, and a lot of people went, yeah, you've got a good point. We had a discussion about a little boat.
Yeah.
Right? Called is it skit?
Skiff.
Skiff, right? And I remember that you actually took the mickey out of my friends saying that they're all quite stupid, right?
Did I?
Yeah, you did, right? And that no one would know what a skiff is. Now, here's my point, right? Here's my point. What do you think of this thinking?
Okay.
Is a clever person clever, or do they just have a great memory? So for argument's sake, the reason I say that, you watch University Challenge, right?
Yeah.
There's not a question on there that you have to work out the answer. People will have remembered the answer. Does that make them clever? Or a mathematician will be clever because they solve things?
Well, I would say, put them in they are clever. I think there's many sort of streams of clever. If you've got an incredible memory, photographic memory, that in itself is quite smart. But
I don't think it is. That's just something you've got. There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay. I think there are many streams of clever. For example, I left school without a GCSE, but yet here I am in the hills of Beverleyshire in a massive house. So,
Yeah, but that's not your house. You're burgling it at the moment.
But you know what I'm saying. I also think that there's you can be clever when it comes to being social or being able to keep a conversation going, or putting 125,000 people in the palm of your hand and keeping them there for 2 hours. I think that's pretty clever.
Are you referring to the gig I did at Nebworth?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
what do you think?
I think someone that comes up with new things that have never been invented before, someone that solves puzzles, I think I don't mean like Sudoku, but I think they're clever. But I think, okay, put it like this, could someone who had an amazing memory that knew the history from start to finish, could they be as clever as someone that's a maths teacher?
That knew the history from start to finish, the whole of history?
Yeah.
The history, is that what you're calling it? That knew the history.
Am I wrong? Is it the history or not?
I don't think it's called the history. I think it might be like the whole of history combined, which is...
No, there's a film called The History.
If you know the whole of history combined, yes,
yeah,
you are smarter than a maths teacher.
No, you've just got a good memory. What happens if that person, right, who knows the history, is crossing the road and he forgets to look left because he's a little bit stupid? It?
I would suggest that if you've got all of the history in your brain, then of course there might not be room for other stuff. I'm finding that new stuff comes in and old stuff falls out. And that's what happens with me. But I think that if you know the history, all of the history, you are the smartest person that's ever lived on the planet.
What? So if you know all the history, you're smarter than Einstein?
If you know...
Einstein.
There's nobody that's ever existed on the planet that knows all of the history.
A historian.
Yeah, but he'll be a historian and he'll have elements of the history.
He knows it all.
Like, how much of the history do you know?
Test me. Anything you want.
Okay.
We'll have one question each, all right? We'll keep going.
Okay, the history.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go.
All right. What year was crop rotation invented?
It was the Industrial Revolution, the 3-field crop rotation. One was left fallow.
What year?
Listen, we've all got that one nugget of effing information that we've retained from school. I've got one for you after this. Let me just tell you what I know, right? Let me just tell you what I know.
Look at the violence in your. I've got one for you. That's like you're gonna. I've got one of these for you. That's what you did. That's what you did.
Not be about the crop field rotation. Just be astounded first that I know what the crop field rotation is, right? One field was left fallow every year so that it could retain its nutrients and they could go again. It was about the same time as the spinning jenny was invented. What?
No, you got it wrong.
I'm going to go with 1857.
1172.
Really?
Yeah.
The Industrial Revolution didn't start in 1172.
Oh.
Are you making that up?
It's a scene in The Young Ones when on the train going to University Challenge.
Yeah.
So it's 1-0 to me. Off you go.
Okay. Which town, which
anything.
city?
Ask me anything.
Oh, this is anything.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Right? That between me and my wife, we know the answer to any historic question.
Okay. Here you go. What city did the Renaissance start in?
Right. She knows that one.
Okay, let me tell you, the Renaissance.
Yeah, I know what city.
Go on.
For people that are watching, though, just inform them.
Nah.
Because we both know.
Nah.
What city?
Yeah.
The city of love. City of love.
I tell you what. Why don't you? You're just looking at the comments now.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay.
I don't look at comments. I've told you that.
Okay. What country did the Renaissance start in?
I don't like the way you said that word. You said it with a little bit of hate in it. Do you know what I mean? The syllable.
What body of land that creates a country? What country did the Renaissance start in?
Do you know?
Yeah, I do, yeah. By the way, I know more about the 3-field crop rotation than you do. So you should know a little bit about the Renaissance.
Yeah, I can tell you the land if you want.
Go on then.
The locals refer to it.
Yeah.
As Ellandio.
Yeah. It's true, yeah. The Renaissance started in Florence.
Florence.
There you go.
That's what I said, the city of love. I said that.
Yeah.
So another point to me.
Another question about the history.
Okay. Have we done the crop rotation one? We have done with that, haven't we?
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
The Battle of Waterloo was won by who? And who came second?
Hold on. Waterloo. Maybe there's a clue in the song. Couldn't resist, now you won the war. Waterloo. Finally facing my Waterloo. So I think if you're finally facing they're Swedish, and they're finally facing their Waterloo, which means they've been defeated. Waterloo. The French won it.
No.
England won it?
Do you want me to tell you the answer?
Yeah.
So you give up?
Yeah.
England won it. Beat France in the final.
Beat France in the final. On penalties, went to extra time. Wow.
I've got a football question for you.
Go.
What member of England's 1966 World Cup squad had a sister that had a #1 hit the same year? Work that one out. Robert.
Actual sister that's actual related.
member of England's 1966 World Cup squad. Had a sister. Don't Google it. Don't Google it. What are you doing?
I've got a pen in my hand.
Cheating.
I'm tapping the pen. I'm going.
Oh, I thought you had like one of those little machines like Stephen Hawking had, where you could tap the answer in and get it.
What?
Morse code now.
What? All right. Okay. Well,
What are you Googling it now? I can hear.
I'm not Googling it.
Look at me without laughing. Tell me you're not Googling it.
I'm not.
Look at me. Look at me. Oh, yeah. Got rid of that screen quick enough, didn't you?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why.
But I know I love you.
There's no sun up in the sky. It must be nighttime. I think it is Bobby Moore.
No.
Martin Peters.
No.
The other guys.
Yes. Which one?
I don't know.
Do you want the answer?
Cohen.
Oh, I don't know the way you said that. Do you want the answer?
I'm married to a Cohen, by the way.
Do you want the answer?
Yeah.
The answer is Jimmy Greaves and his sister Frida.
3 degrees.
Huh? Like that? That's
Wow.
yours. You can have that.
Thank you very much.
Let's do a half face.
What's up? Hold on.
You got. Oh, say something and I'll mime to it. Sing something.
Okay. And through it all, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong. And down the waterfall. Do you know what's really weird, other than it being really weird, is
Yeah.
but underneath the nose, you look exactly like Liam Gallagher.
Underneath the nose.
Yeah, look.
Sing an Oasis song then.
Okay. Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. It's true, you do. You've got Liam Gallagher's chin. You know that he's got Betty Davis eyes.
That's.
He's got Liam Gallagher's chin. It'll expose you and unhold you.
Oh dear.
That's
you know who we look like. Do that again. You know who we look like. I don't watch this program. Oh, look at that. That one from Game of Thrones.
Who? What's he doing?
We look quite menacing. Look. Here, where's my money? Give me my money now, you little piece of. Oh, I'll cut you up. Boy. Oh, it's really good, isn't it, that is?
Yeah, I think there's. I don't know what it is, and I don't know what the format is, but we're gonna have to sell that to Netflix.
Just half face. Just call it half face.
And it'll be a bit like bit like Guess Who.
Oh, human Guess Who? Guess Human?
Guess Human. Yeah.
Why hasn't that been done before? I just want to do the whole thing like that now.
Actually, yeah, that's a great idea. Human Guess Who.
Well, we Guess Human.
Oh, that's why you get paid the big bucks.
See, you might know about crop rotation.
Yeah.
But I've got it all written down in there, as Homer Simpson once said.
Okay, so listen. I'm now using Google. When did the crop rotation start? 16th century.
That's what I said. John
No.
Lloyd invented it, the patent crop rotator.
You,
Put John Lloyd in, patent crop rotator, put that in.
16th century in Belgium produced a four-field rotation in the early 16th century. And the British agriculturist Charles Townsend popularized this system in the 18th century.
Yeah.
18th century.
Yeah.
Who am I putting in?
Put John Lloyd, patent crop rotator.
John Lloyd, crop row.
My hair's magnificent. Look at that.
It is. It is. You know what? You know what? You can grow your hair and make it look magnificent.
Luke.
Yeah, look magnificent. But like, check these eyes out.
Give me half of your face. I've just got the eyes, so I can concentrate on the eyes. See, I mean, you could be 8 months old. With the top half of you is incredibly young, isn't it?
But then this spoils it.
Then all of a sudden, like, as you go up, you age 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, like that. 50 years.
Check this out. Check this out, though. When I started my solo career, I just looked down the camera and I went, and that's how I got.
You didn't sing?
No, no, it took a while for it to catch on, but
Teach me how to do that. Teach me how to do that.
Are you ready? I don't know if it can be taught. It's kind of something that you've either got or you haven't got, right? So,
what, eyes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah. Yeah, but you're not teaching me, you're just doing it. What does that mean? Can you imagine a driving instructor going, right, I'll teach you, ready? And then just drives.
How can you teach somebody charisma? How can you teach that?
I reckon you can. There's a lot of people on the telly that have none.
I can't teach you charisma. It's just something that you have to see, and then you try and emulate it.
Right.
And
I've got my own one. I've got my own one. Ready?
Go.
Ready? Hold on.
I quite like that.
It does look like I'm having a shit, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's quite butch. And
Well, that's the one.
Instead, I tell you what you're doing. For me, I'm turning on a light bulb at the back of my head, and I'm inviting people in, right?
Okay.
With smiley eyes.
Oh,
What
yeah.
you're doing, what you've just displayed is the come to me technique. You sort of close down an enigmatic, but there is a charisma there, but instead of it being inclusive, it's the opposite of that.
What, exclusive? Thanks.
Do it again. That's really cool. I like it. Should I have a go?
Yeah. Yeah. Come closer. Come closer. Now look at me. Now look at me.
Hold on. I don't think I've got this.
No, you haven't. That's because you've got to have charisma.
Got it. It's kind of what I do.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Thanks very much.
I'll try the light bulb one, ready?
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I tell you, you don't want to see that on your screen. Oh, wow. You don't want to see that like on the screen when the buzzer goes for your house and you see who it is and then just pop up and do it again. Oh, ding dong. Whatever that is needs paying or paying off or the police calling.
Is Robbie Williams in? He owes me 30 quid.
Here's the thing, right? what you do is when you find things uncomfortable, you mask it with comedy. I get it, because you feel vulnerable. But listen, I want you to give it the best shot you can, as
Yeah.
I did with the cigar.
Yeah.
Turn the light on at the back of your eyes. Go down
Okay.
and come up.
Do it one more time. Do it one more time.
Hold on.
Are they Scooby snacks? Because that's cheating.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Right. Okay. Hold on. I've got to think about it. Okay. Right.
No. You. It's a blocking look.
What, okay.
No. You're doing comedy.
Because I can't do it. I can't do it. Because you're not teaching me.
I'm showing you.
Yeah, but that's not a good teacher. Just show you. How would you tell me? Tell me.
Okay. You think.
Imagine I can't see.
Okay. You think really loving thoughts, and you imagine a light at the back of your head, and then you turn it on, and then bang, instant charisma. Or
Okay. Yeah.
you're not. Maybe, you're capable of other things that I'm not. Not a lot of it, but there is probably other things that you're capable of that I'm just not.
Like
You ready?
what?
Let me do it again for you.
All right.
Okay. 19 Brits. You ready?
Okay. I think I got it.
It's fucking good, isn't it? Go on.
Yeah, it is good. It is good.
I'm good. Actually,
Yeah.
two things about that were great, right?
Yeah.
One is the actual end product was really good. I admire that. The other one is that you actually put aside comedy to give it a good go.
I did that for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's how this friendship's going to work. It's going to be give and take. And
Yeah.
you just gave.
And you took.
Yeah.
So you were the post man in that one, weren't you? I was the post box.
Oh, is that what they call it? The dirty Eric Bristow. Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't give that bit away.
No, me and Andy have got something. That's all I'm saying.
You've already said it though on the previous one of these.
Yeah, but that was on yours when nobody was watching.
Some people watch it. My mum watched it.
It's basically your family was watching it. Me and Andy are doing something together. And when I say we've got something, I don't mean we're keeping something hostage or, hey, here's a question. Have you ever metal detected?
No, but did you read about that geezer in England recently? This is amazing. That had a metal detector, and he heard a beep 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 right below his feet. So he was digging. Did you hear about this story?
Go on, carry on.
Dug about 20 foot. Beep 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 beep. Still down there. Beep beep beep. And then realised after about 5 hours he had metal toe caps on.
I did that.
That is a true story.
Andy, I did that. Right? I went out metal detecting in my golf shoes that have metal spikes on them.
I can imagine your face when it went beep 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 beep. You must have been like, I've got something here. I can't believe it. Like,
There you go again. Absolutely true story. I'm not making it up. It was a bit sludgy underfoot. I needed something that had got a bit of purchase on, a bit of grip. And I went out to do metal detecting and I hit jackpot. And I was there for an hour.
in the same place, or were you walking about going, the whole field's got it?
No. Once it had gone beep, 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 I wasn't moving from that spot just in case I lost it again.
That's incredible.
It's no joke. I was wearing my golf shoes and they had metal spikes.
And when did you realise that was the problem?
Actually, I said an hour. That's an exagger for. I reckon it was 25 minutes.
That's unbelievable.
But here's the thing. So you sort of like get down on your knees and you start digging. And then I've got this hand wand.
I bet you have.
Right? But it's a stick. And then you put it on the ground and it goes beep, 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 beep. Right? So I'd get my stick out and start digging and it stopped beeping. And I thought I'd lost the spot. So I got back up again, got my big one out, and then it's like ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, I've got this. And that carried on, I would say, just short of half an hour.
And where were you? What were you digging up? Your garden?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And how long was it until you came in and you said to Ida, I've got something funny to tell you? Did you keep it to yourself for days?
No. I realised what had happened. Then it made me laugh. And then I went to change my shoes. And whilst I changed my shoes, I was like, gather round. You're never going to guess what this idiot did.
You should have buried them in a secret location, then found them.
What, buried my shoes?
Yeah. Get someone to bury them, then you could have genuinely found them.
I didn't find much, you know. I got a few coins from the last century. And I found a 20 pence piece from 1983.
Well done.
Thanks, man. The coins that I actually found, I think I looked at them online and they were like worth £1.25. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Back to what I was doing. Did I tell you
Yeah,
I just played FIFA with Usain Bolt, no less?
Mm. What team was he and what team were you?
I was England, and they were the soccer AM team. They were the Soccer Aid.
Bring that up.
I know, sorry. They were the Soccer Aid World 11 that is now a feature on FIFA.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I forgot we'd already talked about that. But here's the thing. Last night, do you put eye patches on or not?
When?
To sleep in.
No, I've got these. Look, I've got these called eyelids.
When did you have them put in?
Ages ago. Look, watch.
Yeah.
It's just whenever I want.
Oh, that's amazing that they do.
I can do
that.
one. I can do one. Look.
Have you got anybody that can come round and knock me a couple up? And I could do promotion for them. Like if I get it for free, they can use me on their Instagram page. Winks.
What size are you?
I think I'm in between medium and large.
We've got one medium and one large, so one of them might let a little bit of light in.
So, but listen, I just test them out. Are you getting yours from Winks of Romford?
Well, I mistyped it when I Googled it and went to a very strange shop.
Yeah, well, that can happen with one flick of the finger. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Very funny. I was wearing some eye blinds last night. And
Hold on. When you say eye blinds, do you mean an eye mask?
Yeah.
Would you call them eye blinds?
Blinds for the eyes, yeah.
I like the way, because you switch the words around, then it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ida had taken mine, and I wore Ida's. This is not a story I'm going to say for Graham Norton, but I put hers on, and they were really tight.
Hold on, write this down. Yeah.
You're the researcher of the TV show, right? You be the researcher. Okay.
This is great, Mr. Williams. Yeah,
I've
Graham's going to love this.
got this great story, right? So there was a night that I went to sleep, and Ida had only taken my eye blinds, and I'd taken her eye blinds, and I put them on, and they were so tight that I woke up the next morning. I couldn't actually see anything for the first 2 hours of the day.
So it did its job. It's perfect.
No, when I took them off, and then I couldn't see anything for 2 hours. And then that'll get sort of like Chris Pine and Jodie Foster and Bonnie Langford laughing.
When you go on a Graham Norton show, how long or how early do you get to the studios? Do you hang out with the other stars, or do they just turn up really late, or do you turn up late? How's it work?
Well, I need to be there quite early. I like to get to places early, wherever it is. I prefer being early. I'm quite good at being on time, and my on time is early. So you get there for a bit. There's no real green room. There's no hanging out. I'm normally on there with somebody that I know anyway, so I'll go to their dressing room and hang out with them for a bit.
Okay.
But then I need 40 to 50 minutes for my makeup.
Is that all?
And then there'll be a stylist, and I'll need to get dressed. Actually, thinking about it, I am there quite early. But when I do gigs, if my gig is at 9 o'clock in the evening, I get to the gig at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
What, for a little sound check?
No, for just vibe's sake, hang out with the band.
Let me ask you this: when you come off stage, I've never understood how like musicians can do this. When you come off stage and you just smashed it in front of 100,000 people, how long does it take you to calm down?
Genuinely, after a tour ends, you're looking at 3 weeks before you normalize.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But that's what happens on tour is you get to, like zero drugs or anything. I can still be awake at 8 o'clock the next morning, 9 o'clock, just going out of my head with the sort of like with extreme adrenaline, knowing that I've got another gig that evening and I'm still not asleep. So when you clocking up those night after night after night, week after week after week, by the end of the first month, you're pretty fucked.
But also it must be difficult when you're away with so many people for a long time, and then you come home and it ends and you don't see them, you don't have that what was normal life, and it all changes back to your now normal life. That must be quite difficult to get used to.
Somebody's just said, was this yesterday's chat? Yes, this is yesterday's chat.
Get them out of the room, Rob. Get them out.
No, that's not. Here's something that I've learned, and I said this on Anthony's stream.
No. Richard, come on.
Anthony Goldberg. This is something that Andy's taught me, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. Just so everybody knows, I'm laying down the law right now. This is a party that you're all invited to, and say, for example, on your stream, somebody went, you don't look good with short hair. Now, instant banning, because this is a party. And you imagine a stranger just walking up to you at a party and going, don't like your short hair. You're not invited to the party. So there will be just random bannings, like banning sprees. Bam, 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 bam. Da, na, 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 bam, bam, bam. There you go. What was the question about me? The fascinating insight that you want to glean from me?
I want to know a showbiz story when you've gone to Graham Norton and you've hit it off with someone and you feel, oh, we could go out afterwards now. I don't mean in a relationship kind of way. Just let's carry on and have some fun.
Well, last few times, so Elton John's been on, and I know Elton John, and Jimmy Carr, and he's my mate. So when I get there, it's normally somebody British that I've got a little bit of history with anyway, and we have some bants, Andrew.
St Andrew.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah.
The thing that you were talking about that I do, I come up with a comedy line to mask any kind of seriousness. You do that quite a lot.
What, for comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course I do. But give me something to do where I can't mask it with comedy.
Okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you some acting scenarios. And I want to see how you can cope with it.
Oh, mate, I've got an even better idea than that.
Okay.
Right. So, for example, I think that I should be up for the next James Bond, or at least in the, at least in the conversation.
You genuinely think that, yeah?
Well, listen.
Would you
Hold
take it
on.
if they offered it to you?
No. But listen. Okay. So, but what I think hinders me is that people think I'm just a cheeky chappy and that's all I do. It's not. I would like to introduce you to the thespian.
Wow. I mean, the fact you've even got that line around is amazing.
Thank you. So, I've been...
Well, hold on. Why is that there?
I bought it because I was like, people need to take me seriously and
Well, this will work.
And know how much range I've got as an actor. Welcome to the thespian. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I love thespians.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the lyrics to Take That Back for Good as the thespian.
Amazing.
I guess now it's time for me to give up. I feel it's time. I've got a picture of you beside me. I've got your lipstick mark still on your coffee cup. Wash it up. I've got a fist of pure emotion, and I have a head of shattered dreams. I've got to leave it. I've got to leave it all behind me now. Thank you.
It's really good, man.
Thank you. Is there anything that you would like me to...
Could I? Yeah.
Song?
Yeah. I'd like you to do that to I Like Big Butts.
Okay. As the thespian?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Okay. This is a big one. This is a big one. This one...
Take it seriously. Don't muck about.
I'm gonna.
Don't shield it with comedy.
And no, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this seriously, right?
Okay.
And whoever's watching this, please send this to the Broccolis.
Do that.
Because this is the thing
that will confirm them it's not you.
Over Craig. Daniel.
David.
Are you ready?
Yeah, of course I am. Concentrate.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
There's no way you could do this. There's no way.
I could do this. Right. I can do this. I can do this. Okay. I like big butt. I cannot lie. You are the brother. Can't deny. that when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist, a round thing in your face, you get sprung. Want to pull up though, because you notice that the butt is stuffed. Thank you.
I've got one more.
Yeah.
Who let the dogs out?
Okay.
I've got to get one of them chain things. They're amazing. How much was that?
It was a Christmas present from my brother-in-law.
Of course it was. I love the fact they've run out of things to buy you now. What can we get Rob?
Yeah. No, I can commit to this. There'll be zero comedy. And this is, you know, like my wife does auditions on tape for things. This will be my audition on tape.
Okay.
Can you give me a scenario of where I am?
Yeah, you're at the top of a castle.
Yeah.
Right? And you're just about to be attacked. And you're going to use your dogs to attack the enemy. But you've just realised that someone, without your permission, has let them out. And you don't have the dogs to defend you anymore.
Okay. The party was nice. The party was pumping. Oh, yippee-i-oh. And everybody having a ball. Yippee-i-oh. And tell the fellas, stop the name calling. Yippee-i-oh. Then them girls responded to the call. I hear a woman shout out. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Woof. Woof, woof, woof. Who has let the dogs out? Thank you.
Do you want one more? I mean, these are splendid. Do you want one more?
Yeah.
I'll go with Shaggy, It Wasn't Me. I don't know where these songs are coming from, but Shaggy, It Wasn't Me.
Okay. I have done Shaggy, It Wasn't Me as the thespian before, but I love the bit of direction that you gave me. What is your protagonist? That is me.
Okay. You are accused of being a traitor to your army.
Okay.
Oh my.
Annie came in. She caught me red-handed, creeping with the girl next door. Picture this. We were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom floor. How could I forget that I had given her an extra key? All this time she was standing there. She never took her eyes off me. That's good, right? I don't even need a chorus.
That's excellent.
And she caught me bang. She caught me on the counter. It wasn't me. Saw me banging on the sofa. It was not me. I even had her in the shower. Me. She even caught me on camera. Guess what? Wasn't fucking me. There you go.
You know why it works? I mean, it works for so many reasons, but one of them is you're in an echoey room, so it just sounds so dramatic. It's amazing.
Yeah. I think what's been missing from the thespian section is a little bit of direction. The fact that I'm being accused of treason adds the pathos
Okay.
to this scene. Oh.
Do you want another one?
Yeah.
We're going to go back in time now. We're going to go the Chicken Song by Spit Image.
Okay. Chicken Song.
This would test you.
I'm going to ask you to give me the scenario. That's what this is called. Give me the scenario.
Okay, so the scenario is you've been classified insane.
Yeah.
And you're about to expose all the things that you're accused of doing but clearly don't.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And if I'm like part of the jury.
Okay.
I'm part of the jury, and if I find out that you're guilty, you're going to be sentenced to death.
Okay.
All right.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Hold a chicken in the air. Stick a deck chair up your nose. Buy a jumbo chicken, and then bury all your clothes. Paint your left knee green. Then extract your wisdom tooth. Form a string quartet and pretend your name is Keith. Thank you. That's good, right?
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
That is good. That is fantastic.
Thanks, everyone.
We need more of a
Brands just Russell, thank you very much, Russell. You've got contacts. Russell, can you get that to the Broccoli's? That section is called the Thespian. And yeah. Because I was just saying, Russell, everybody thinks that I'm just a cheeky chappy and I've got range.
I think if the Bond people watching that, it's a no-brainer. Now they're probably making calls right now. They're going. Have you told Idris?
Here's the thing, though, right? Here's the thing. The press, because I was doing that on my Instagram Live. The press ran with that as if I was being serious. Robbie Williams begging for the part of James Bond. It's like, really? As
What you must have been offered movie roles before. What movies have you been close to doing?
Do you know what I was offered? Which, other than releasing Rude Box as the first single off the album Rude Box, the two bits of like, you have Depth and Power, especially with Andy, and the Chainmail Snoop. Thanks, Russell. I love you, Russell. Two things out of my career. And listen, if I could just narrow it down to two things, I've done really well. And perhaps I'm just delusional about all the other stuff. But one is I released Rude Box as the first single off the album Rude Box. The other one is I turned down the role.
Sorry, hold on. What's the Rude Box answer to the question?
You just asked a question, and I'm going in depth just to keep this thing going.
Yeah, no, but when I said what movie roles have you been offered?
Yeah.
You said, well, I released Rude Box. Is that just a plug?
Yeah. Ask me the question again. Ask me the question again.
What movie roles have you been offered?
4 kids now, Andy. Oldest one's 7.
This is the Two Ronnie's Mastermind sketch, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So listen, let me finish because I'm getting to it, and it's not something yet again that I do on Graham Norton, but 2 things that I regret about my career.
Yeah.
One is I released Rude Box.
Oh, okay. You didn't say that before, yeah.
Yeah. And the other is I turned down the role in Layer Cake.
Of who? The blonde one? The woman?
Yeah. Thanks.
You were offered the Daniel Craig role in Layer Cake?
Yes.
Wow. Why did you turn that down?
Well, at the time, I was very, very scared to do stuff. Like the confidence wasn't real. So when I got offered things, I had fun saying no to everything. But the truth is, I was just scared to do it.
Okay, that film came out, what, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
So you do it now. I mean, there's a big difference between your age. So you're about 53 now, so you'd have been early 30s.
Yeah.
So you'd have been, what, 25 when you got offered that role?
Yeah. Yeah. What were you up to when you were 17, Andy?
I was masturbating a lot.
Yeah, what were you doing?
What, other than that?
Yeah, the masturbating, yeah.
I was working in the post room at a publishing company.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Mm.
I was playing Wembley. Go on with the 53.
Was it 53 what?
You just give a bit of a dig about being 53.
Oh, you're a bit early, haven't you? You're a bit early about the age thing.
Yeah. Okay. So that was what I was offered. I was also offered a role in X-Men.
Jesus, why are you turning all this stuff down?
I can't say that on live, but
Okay.
afterwards.
Right.
Let's just say I was otherwise disposed in a different mental state,
Okay, I get that.
and and I couldn't be asked. Now I am asked and would take up all of those opportunities. I go to the well, and the well is dry.
See, here's the thing. To be an actor, you've got to have a great memory, as well as talent.
You don't.
Okay.
Reasonable talent, yes.
Yeah.
But you can have all the words on cue cards and even an earpiece in, and people feed you the lines.
Yeah, but you can't. If that's your words, right? You can't go. Hold on. Don't kill me, sister. You can't do that, can you?
No, people are behind the camera with the words like that.
No,
Truth to God.
that can't be. That can't. I'd be stunned if that happened in the movies.
Andy, I'm telling you this now. Some, like for example, if it's being filmed from there, some very, very famous actors have an earpiece in there because they've been doing it for so long and they can't be asked, right? And they sort of like get fed their lines through this ear, through my ear.
Through your ear?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm making a fortune.
Right. So someone sees this now and they go, right, we want Rob in our next movie.
Yeah.
Are you going to do it?
It just depends what it is. What's the role? Give me a scenario.
Okay, they're going to make Teletubbies the movie.
I might do that because of my children.
Because of your Dinky Winky.
Because of my Tinky Winky. I might do that because of my children.
Okay,
Jimmy
all right.
Bullard, back, piece to Jimmy Bullard. Yeah, I might actually do that because of the kids. But
All right, they're going to remake, I'll give you another one, right? They're going to remake Chips as a series rather than a crappy movie.
but
You're going to...
No, I'm not doing that.
You don't want Chips?
No.
Okay, they're going to remake The Bill. They're going to put loads of money on ITV into a brand new series of The Bill.
No.
Juliet Bravo. They want you to play Juliet. Jules, Jimmy Bravo, they're going to call you.
Not that, but I would do the gentle touch.
I bet you would.
Yeah.
Would you? You like a bit of Jill Gascoigne?
Love a bit of Jill Gascoigne.
What about Hill Street Blues? You'd love to be in Hill Street Blues, wouldn't you?
If they made a film of it, I'm not going to spend... Because here's the thing that happens, right? You sign on to do a TV show, say, for example, in the States, and you sign away, whether it's successful or not, the next 7 years of your life on a contract.
All right, here's a question then. They phone you up now genuinely and they say, we're going to make Layer Cake 2. Daniel can't do it, he's doing Bond. Do you want it?
Yes.
You would do that, would you?
Yeah.
What about if they went, yeah, good, but we need you to bring like a mate who's going to have a little walk-on part?
Then I'd obviously pick Ant.
Huh?
I'd pick Ant McPartland.
But they say he's got to have great hair and not a big forehead.
Yeah, pick Deck. I see where you're going with this, but yes, if they did Layer Cake 2, I would do that.
You do it.
Yeah.
Well, surely you can do that.
What? Just say.
Get into movies.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah. No, I can. But here's the thing about it, right? What is, say, for example, I'm not an actor, but I could do a bit, you know. Name me a movie that's come out recently that you think I'd have a bit of that because I'm not doing it just to scratch an itch, just to go, I'm going to be in a movie. It's got to be something that I'm bang up for, that I'm excited about and passionate about.
What about, because you've got to be able to do accents, what about if they said, listen, the new Top Gun movies, we're reshooting it because there was a couple of scenes that Cruise mucked up. He broke his ankle again. He's always breaking his bones. And we need you to stand in for Goose, who is going to be a new character in this film. But can you do an American accent?
I sure can. There it is. There's my American accent.
Yeah, it's not going to be set in the Wild West, though.
No, this is how I'm going to do it now. Actors make choices, right? They make choices. And my choice would be to do it like that.
Okay, just out of curiosity, can you do your Borat next to that impression?
My choice would be do it like that. So there it is. Ah, nice. No, here's the thing though, right? That voice that I've done is obviously a comedy voice that I...
Yeah, see? If I did that, you'd have a go at me.
No, I made up, yeah. But you didn't need me to be serious in that moment. I'm just
I did.
You when I need you to concentrate, like your teachers used to say to you. So back in the day, when I got to Los Angeles, I was finding quite a lot of people had come from England and then all of a sudden started to speak with an American accent, which is the weirdest phenomena.
Yeah, I know a couple of people like that.
Yeah, so they came over to be actors and decided that to get a job they needed to be have American accent, and then they stayed in character. But like if you were playing football with them.
Yeah, I know. So we're probably talking about the same person.
Right, okay. If you're playing football with them or if you're knocking about with them. So anytime I saw them, I started going like that. How are you? Is that okay that you're coming to America? I'm an American guy now.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's so effing weird.
You know what I want to? You know what I want to start inventing into society?
What?
The sarcastic sniff.
Go on then.
No. So if someone asks me a question and I'll put it in the answer.
Okay. Do you think that I could actually be a good actor?
Without a doubt. Okay,
I like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like that.
I'll ask you one, all right? See if you can do it as well as I did it.
Okay.
Do you think I've got the do you think I've got the best hair in show business?
I think you've absolutely got the best hair in show business, Andy.
That's not bad. You need more of a gap after the punchline and then the sniff, all right? We'll try another one.
Okay, go.
Okay. Do you think I've got a big nose?
I don't think you've got a big nose, Andy.
See? That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I like
That's
it.
good. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. If I did that too many times, people would think I'm on the Bolivian powder again, wouldn't they? Do you know what I've done, Andy?
Yeah, Robert.
I've shown you all of a lot of the art that I've been doing.
Yeah, you have.
Like there's tons and tons and tons of it, like crackerjack levels of art that I've done.
Crackerjack.
Yeah. Anyway, I've started doing little ones now. And would you like me to frame one of these and send it to you to Andy Love Robbie Williams?
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't see the sniff. I did the sniff at the end of it.
Oh, go on then. Let me ask you again. I'm doing little now. Would you like me to frame it and send one to you?
Yeah.
I love it. Do you know what?
What's that? Sorry, what's that? That's not art. That's a leftover bit of paper.
That isn't art. This is just testing out things.
Right. Do a magic trick.
Here's another one. You ready?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Are you going to be able to get that undone? Are you okay?
Here's another one. Do you want to see another one?
Yeah.
There's a section in the show that some people are calling. Dad magic. You ready?
Face on it.
Thank you. Dad magic.
So what was meant to have happened there?
I was winding my thumb up.
Is it? You know what it looked like? A really
What?
shit version of 3-2-1.
By the way, 3-2-1 is an amazing television program, and you're a joyless human being. There's something gonna, you saying why we get on so well is because we both have the same taste in comedy. Then you mentioned a comedy that I've never watched, and now you don't like 3-2-1 and you don't like Eurovision.
No, I don't not like 3-2-1. I don't think it was a genius program. It was what? No, let me rephrase that. The question. My problem is with the questions. That's my problem. The clues are appalling.
Yes, but I would level to you that is part of the charm of the whole program.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know what I thought for years, I thought that if you won Dusty Bin, you actually got that remote control bin.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I thought. You got a ceramic dusty bin.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe for years why people were devastated. I'd be like, a remote control bin, that'd be amazing. The waves,
Yeah.
that'd be amazing.
I have somewhere a ceramic dusty bin.
How big is it?
It's only about that big.
Well, I looked on eBay last week. How much do you reckon an original bully from Bullseye is?
I've also got an original bully from Bullseye somewhere.
Right. How much?
Okay, so it's an original bully from Bullseye. Yours for 150 quid.
£23 on eBay.
So it's just the merchandise.
Well, yeah, someone's selling their original bully.
But is it from something that they've won on the show, or just something that you could buy in the shops?
It says something like original bully from the TV show.
That's just sad, isn't it? But here's the thing. It retained its value.
But I wouldn't sell that.
Perhaps they're hard up and they need to. They can't all be like Billy Big Bucks like you, Andy.
That's a very good point. Do you want a quick game of Would You Rather?
Yeah.
Are you getting yours from the internet?
No, I've written some stuff down.
All right.
Go on then.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. Would you have both? This is a would you have. It's a yes or no, not a would you rather. Would you have both your small toes surgically removed? So you go into hospital, they give you the general, you're out, and then you wake up and it's done. For £5 million per toe.
Tax free?
Yeah, 10 million.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me put it back to you. Knock this back to you. 3 million.
Per toe?
No. 1.5 per toe.
Yeah.
Okay. Booked in for next Thursday.
Can I have both feet done?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
And please don't employ comedy into this because inquiring minds want to know, and I am that inquiring mind. You get a job working as a tribute act. Who would it be?
Cameo.
Cameo, word up. I asked you to not employ comedy, and
That's not comedy.
you cast it aside.
No, that's not. When I did karaoke, that was because I can do the voice. That was the one I always did.
Okay, name me 3 cameo songs.
Word up,
Yeah.
word down.
Okay. Let's not go. Let's not
Yeah.
go with cameo. Who would it actually be?
Good question, if you don't mind me saying.
Thank you. Should I throw mine?
Neil Diamond.
Okay, Neil Diamond's a good one. Hands touching hands. That's great. Okay. Mine would be Jay-Z or
Okay.
Liam Gallagher.
Can you do a good Liam Gallagher?
Yeah, I'm not going to, but I can. Or Mick Jagger.
I bet you could do. Yeah, but you could probably do the comedy Mick Jagger.
Yeah, I can. Here we go. Come on, Andy, let's go. Oh, hey, oh. Andy in his garden, sitting by the fence. Andy in his garden, spending 50 pence. Give me 50 pence, Andy, I can take it for you. I'll go and buy half a Cornetto.
I would pay to see a whole night of that, genuinely.
Yeah, all right, let's go.
And what you could do, people could chuck scenarios at you, and you could sing it in the style of Mick Jagger.
Okay, give me a scenario.
Smoking a cigar whilst holding a wooden duck.
All right, let's go. Yeah, okay, let's go. I got myself a wooden duck. Yes, I have. I got myself a wooden duck. Yes, I have. And I've got a cigar and I'm going to smoke it with my wooden duck in my hand. Okay, let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'd pay money to see that.
That's why our thing needs to be televised.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That was nice. That was nice.
Give me another artist and another scenario.
What to sing?
Yeah.
Elton John.
Yeah.
A Commodore 64 computer.
Yeah.
And half a pound of tuppenny rice.
Okay.
Good luck.
My Commodore 64 is taking ages to download. It's a tape machine. I think it's broken. I don't know. What's that, mother? You're bringing in. It smells so delicious and so nice. Is it half a pound of tuppenny rice?
Very good. I'm amazed it's taken you this long to come out of your shell. You should. This should be the real woman that the world see. You know.
I know. They only get a pale imitation of who I really am.
That would be a good song. Pale Imitation.
I'm glad you could actually see the real me. I'm glad you chose Alton. When you said Alton, I was like, oh fuck yeah, I can do that one. Commodore 64 on my little desk.
Here's a question.
Doesn't work no more. Complete disrespect.
Can you genuinely sing like a woman, like Shirley Bassey? Can you do that? Can you sound like a woman when you sing?
Goldfinger.
Your face.
Beware of his web of gold. That's not bad, right?
Have you ever done it before?
No. But don't go in. He loves only gin.
Really good. You should put the dress on. You know, you started with the chain thing. Maybe next time you should have the dress.
How mad would it have been if I didn't get intake that and my only sort of like talent was impressions of singers? And just as I left school, all of that died on its arse.
You'd have been like a really bad Joe Longthorne if that's possible.
Let me tell you something about Joe Longthorne. He's fucking amazing. So it's like me dissing.
I haven't dissed Joe Longthorne. I said you'd be a bad Joe Longthorne.
If that's even, I am not joking. Joe Longthorne, fucking incredible.
Yeah, but I didn't diss him. I said you'd be like a bad Joe Longthorne.
Yeah.
Here's one.
I would be like an incredible Mike. What's his name? Can you remember Mike?
Yarwood.
Mike Yarwood. And then I'd be like, and then I'd be like, I'd put this on, I'd do the thespian, and then I'd go to my table at the back, and I'd take it off, and I'd turn around, and I'd go, and this is me. And then I'd sing a song. Then I'd sing a song as me. Do
you remember a comedian called Richard Digance?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Right. So sometimes with anyone, I was going to say comics, but with anyone, a TV company will try and shoehorn a title in to incorporate their name. Right?
Yeah.
He had a show on ITV called Abracadigance. That's true.
That's incredible.
Imagine the ones they went, no, that's a load of shit. Let's go with Abracadigance.
I love Abracadigance. I think that's a great idea. He's an Aquarius, just like me. What is your... Is it you talking about Richard Digance that was born in Plaistow, February 24th, 1949?
Is there another one?
No, I don't think there is. So, do you know something that gets levelled against me? Tubes is on. Has he ever swam in a car? Hey, Tubes.
Oh, no. So Tubes is saying, have you ever had a swan in a car? So I did a live with Tubes a couple of weeks ago, or last week.
Yeah.
And we reminisced about the time Helen Chamberlain turned up at Soccer AM when I was doing a show with her. Have I told you this?
Yeah.
Right, with a swan in her car.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's incredible, isn't it?
That's incredible. But here's the thing about our relationship as it progresses. We're inevitably going to run out of stories, right? So
we will.
I suggest we employ a tactic to let each other know that without offending each other. And I suggested this, right? When you start telling a story that I already know, I go like this. Yeah.
What's the relevance of 3?
I've heard it 3 times now, Andy, son.
Oh, right, okay. What about if you've only... 4 times, that would be?
Yeah.
What about if you've heard it 6 times?
Well, I think past
no,
3,
hold on.
It should be...
What about if we're out for dinner and this is the 11th time I'm going to tell it? What are you doing then?
Well, if we're amongst people we don't know and it's a great story,
yeah,
I would say tell that story because it's a great, I don't know, gap filler, conversation piece, curio.
You know what the worst part is when you tell a story and someone's heard it and they go, I've heard it, but go and tell it again. That's the worst bit.
Yeah, but I think I did that with you yesterday. I've heard it, but go on.
I'll tell you a story you've not heard.
Go on.
So about 20 years ago, I mentioned this on the show the other day briefly. About 20 years ago, I met a girl in a nightclub and I was very drunk. And then I arranged to meet her the following weekend at her house. And I drove, this was before mobile phones and all that sort of stuff. So I drove an hour and a half to get to her house. And her dad opened the door and he was like, oh, you must be Andy, come in. She's upstairs getting, Claire her name was. She's upstairs getting changed. Sit down. And the playoff final with Swindon was on, with Glenn Hoddle as player manager. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember that game. But incredible game of football. We went to extra time. It was fantastic, right?
Yeah.
And she came down and she was like, hello. And I looked at her and I was like, this is bad. She's nothing like I remember. This is horrific, right? So she said, come on. And I went, oh, the football's still on. So she said, well, we're going to barbecue. Like across, she lived in like a cul-de-sac. We're going to barbecue across the way. So her dad said, let him watch the football and he'll come over. And she went, okay, all right, well, just at number 11. And I went, okay. So I carried on watching the football for about half an hour with her dad and then went, I better go to the barbecue. And he went, okay. And then I left his house, got in my car and drove home. So I drove an hour and a half to watch a playoff final in a stranger's house and come home that day.
I don't mean to be 11 a reef about this, but I'm gonna.
Were you playing in that game?
Yeah, I was playing left back for Swindon. Yeah, no. Here's my 11 a reef. You don't know this. You don't know this,
No.
but it instantly reminds me of the story, and it's better than that.
Hold on, before you tell it, should we save it for our thing?
Yeah.
And then people will go, now they'll be going, I need to hear this thing. And that's another reason.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a key word that when we're off here, I can write down. And then I'll say to you, whenever we record again, tomorrow, whenever, I'll say, Rob, keyword, washing machine or something.
San Francisco stripper.
I mean, that's a great keyword. Okay, San Fran stripper.
San Fran stripper. Yeah.
Well,
I left my heart in San Francisco. It's a cracking story. Listen, I better go be a father or something.
all right.
Yeah.
Good ending. And that's finished. That's perfect timing.
Okay.
Robert,
Yeah.
I love you. You know that, don't you? You know there's deep love in there now. You know that.
I'm very fond of you, and we've formed a relationship, a very modern relationship. I could be catfishing you though. Let me tell you this, right? My mother-in-law, bless her, is eccentric. Let's just say she's eccentric, right?
Okay.
She's 1960s party girl in California.
Yeah.
She's got a very nice relationship with a lovely man now, but she used to be searching for a relationship before. And one time, I came into the kitchen and she was on her ears and she was going like that. Turns out the man she was talking to works for special ops and was in Kabul and couldn't appear on his camera, but needed some money to get out of Kabul.
I hope she helped him out because that's a horrible situation to be in.
Isn't it? Isn't it that you're doing special ops for your country and they leave you stranded like you're no one, nothing?
She paid, yeah?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, good.
She's
Okay.
not,
And how is he? How is he now?
Oh, he's really good. Bit of PTSD, but here's another thing she did. Right here, she did a fake Robbie Williams Facebooked her, and she started having public conversations on Facebook with a fake Robbie Williams, whilst she's living in my house with me. She's living with me in my house, and she's having conversations with a fake Robbie Williams online.
How did you find out about it? Would she, like, at breakfast time, she'd go like, how's that new Datsun you bought? Is it okay?
No, I can't remember I can't remember. She also had this card company. She was like the Avon equivalent of cards, where you get people to sign up. Anyway, I didn't tell Ida this, but for 2 years on her business emails, it said send an unexpected send out card today, sign up and da 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 da. And then it went, Gwen Field, let me entertain you.
Right.
To just playing on the fact that her son-in-law was the Robbie
Wow.
Williams.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Anyway,
There's
listen.
a lesson. There's a lesson there. There's a lesson for people watching.
Some people are calling him Andy, open your mind and let me inside Goldstein. Other people are calling me Bobby Billions, live from the hills of Beverlyshire, 90210. You do your catchphrase now.
Thanks for watching. Be safe, everyone. Be safe. Hold on. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
And now I do my catchphrase. That was then, and this is now. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
See you later, son.
Bye.